The 87-year-old grandfather in Mexico wasn't getting any younger and cannot get a visa to come to the US. There's just no way for him to ever see his grandchildren again. His grandchildren, our client, is a DACA recipient in the United States, haven't left the US for like 20 years. Are they willing to sacrifice everything to go back to Mexico just to see their grandfather without the promise of coming back to the US? It's extremely risky. So they found us to try to get an advance parole, but it's not just any advance parole. It's an expedited advance parole because the grandfather was having health issues. We were able to get it in 5 months, and the crazy thing is, when a DACA recipient gets an advance parole, that opens up the pathway to get a green card. That's an open secret that nobody talks about, but I want to share that story with you today. Let's go. Hi everyone, my name is Joseph. I'm the managing partner here at Tsang and Associates, where we solve legal problems with creative solutions. So this whole thing might be just one of those crazy creative solution things. Basically, if you're a DACA recipient, meaning you've already been in the US for years, you've grown up just like any other US citizen, you've gone through the education system, you have no criminal record, you are only essentially paroled in the United States because you entered illegally, right? You entered unlawfully, so you were never admitted. Because you were never admitted, even if you get married to a US citizen, you can't get a green card. Sorry, right? Because there's a technical admission requirement. However, as a DACA recipient, you can apply for advance parole, meaning you need to leave the United States for an urgent reason. But then when you re-enter the US, suddenly you are admitted. And then you marry a US citizen or you find another way to adjust status, then you can legally adjust and get the green card. So getting the advance parole is the key. And that's the open secret that nobody really talks about. We've done tons of advance paroles, and we always try to file for expedite reasons. And sometimes we get it in 6, 7, 8 months. But this case, because the grandparent was 87 years old, they really wanted to see them as soon as possible. We filed it, we tried to expedite, we did the EMA thing, we contact USCIS, we tried to push it forward, and we were able to get it in 5 months. Other advanced paroles, we were able to get faster, but in COVID time, this is insane. We know some advanced paroles and reentry permits that take over 17 months to get. And yet here, this advanced parole for a DACA person was granted in 5 months. So that is unbelievable given the context. They were able to leave the US, and when they came back in, we were on standby. We prepared a package for them to present to the CBP officer at the airport. They looked at everything, approved them, they entered, and now their life is forever changed because now they're able to apply for a green card, right? And so sometimes the struggle of fear of unknown can hold you back. But this client did not give up hope. They knew that advanced parole would be able to open up these pathways. They knew that if they get it, they will be able to travel finally and be able to reunite with his family. But can you do it? Can you not do it? And because there's so much uncertainty, what's the right thing to do? Do you just give up? Never. What you do is, in the face of that uncertainty, you go all out. And because so much was on the line, whether or not they can actually get back in, Gabby, her team, Miriam, and a couple other people, they were on standby for the client when they were entering. Everybody applies for advanced parole with different reasons. Sometimes it's an 87-year-old grandfather. Sometimes it's sickness by an aunt. Sometimes it's because a humanitarian situation happened in your country and you're volunteering for the Red Cross and you need to go. Sometimes because your religious organization is sending you on a mission. There's so many different reasons, and it really doesn't matter. Bring your best case forward and show the government who you are as a person and why you need to do what you need to do. In our experience, USCIS is very understanding. And so you present everything clearly and well written. You get your advance parole, keep all the documents, and prove that you did do the thing that you said you were going to do, and present it with a CBP officer. The worst case scenario will be you get the advance parole, you leave the country, you come back, and then it turns out you lied, and then the CBP officer at the airport rejects you, and now you lose your DACA status, you can't come back to the US, and you're stuck in a foreign country. That will be the nightmare. So prepare your case well, and the dream come true. Don't prepare your case well, then it's a nightmare. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. We'd just love to talk to you about it, jump on a call, strategize. You typically don't need to hire a law firm for advanced paroles, but if you want to, we're here to help. Take care. Bye-bye.